Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? Today we will learn about surface area and volume. Now take a look at this rectangular prism. And what is the total surface area of the prism? And what is the volume of the prism? And that's the finding out surface area. Now surface area basically it's an area and we're looking for the area outside. And the volume we're looking for inside. So let's finding out what is the surface area first, okay? Now, if you have a problem like this, first of all, we have to fill in the information, all right? So this is 8, so that will be 8 for this. And this is 8, this will be 8 inch. This is 8 inch. And this is a 5, so that 5 inch here. And anything is a 5 here? Oh yes, this is a 5. And then this is a 5 as well. And then this is a 4. So therefore we fill in 4 here. And we have 4 here. And we have 4 here. Okay, now we fill in the information, then we can find it out, okay? Now surface area, I think so we want to learn, this concept, not just using the formula to plug in. We have to learn by the meaningful, okay? So basically, we're looking for how many area combination. So we have 1 for this, and then this is actually is what? 8 by 4. So we have 8 by 4. 8 by 4 for how many of these? Because we have 1 for here, and we have the other one right here, right? So 8 by 4, we have 8 by 4 like this. All right. Now next, I'm going to use a different color. Next, we have 4 by 5. 4 by 5, that would be 1. Do we have a 4 by 5, another one like this? Yes. Yes. And then next, what else do we have? We have 8 by 5 on the bottom and on the top, right? So 8 by 5, 8 by 5, right? Now, what's the surface area? A surface area is it's kind of combination of the prism, the area. Take, 8 together. Now 8 together. So now this is a 32, 32, 4 times 8, 32, 4 times 5, 20 there, 4 times 5, 20 there, 5 times 8 is 40, and then 40. So we have 32 plus 32 plus 20 and upon 20 plus 40 and plus 40 get together, and we have the total is 184 inch, right? Inch what? Inch is square. Inch is square. Why inch is square? Because we're looking for why inch is square? Because we're looking for the area. So that's why it's inches square. All right. So that is the surface area. So any first thing we find in our area, we have unit square, inches square, centimeter square, right? Because we're looking for the area, okay? Now what's the volume? The volume is different. It's not the square, it's a cube, all right? Now it's a cube. Then let me show you why we have a cube. Volume, basically we have to fill in this, all of them, right? To fill in this. Now when we fill in this, you can think about on the bottom there. this is 8 inch and 5 inch, right? 8 inch and 5 inch, right? Now we're looking for what is volume. Now we fill in more. We fill more. We fill more. We fill more. Oh, more. Then we fill in this or this. And how tall we can find? 4 inches. So in order to find a volume, right, we find the area on the bottom, which is 8 by 5, right? And times how many? Times what? Times height. The height is 4, right? So therefore, 8 times 8 inch times 5 inch, and this would be give us 40 inch, because inch times inch is inches square, which is the area. The area of what? The area of the, show you here, the area of the bottom of this piece of area, right? And then we fill in how many? Oh, fill in 4 inch of this height. So times 4 times 4 inch. So therefore we will have 160. Since this is inches square and another inch, so therefore we have a cube, and that is a volume. Once we fill in this, and that is 160 inch cube, right? So that is a rectangular prism. Next, here is another problem. Three, 4, 12. Again, now we gotta find out the missing information there, right? All right. So 3 is here, 3 is there. 4, and here's 4. Here's 12, 12, and 12. And we'll fill in the information. Again, 3 by 4. And then we added up the total. Now surface area actually is, we have 3 by 4. How many of 3 by 4? 2 of them. Plus, we have 4 by 12. 4 by 12. 4 by 12. Did you see it? 4 by 12. How many of them? We have 2 of them. And what else? We have 3 by 12. 3 by 12, right? So because this is a 3, and then this is a 12. 3 by 12. All right, so now fill in the information. This is 12 plus 12 plus 48 plus 48 plus 36 plus 36. So therefore, added out the total of the area, we find a surface area, which is 192 centimeter square, right? Okay, so that is how we find the surface area. Now, what about volume? Volume, basically, we find out one area on the bottom, which is 3 by 4. And we're gonna fill in how many? We fill in how tall? We fill in the height, which is 12. So we have 3 by 4, 3 centimeter, times 4 centimeter, times the height. Height would be 12 centimeter. So therefore, we have 12 centimeter square times 12 centimeter. So therefore, 144 centimeter cube, right? And then centimeter cube. That means we fill in all of them inside. Okay, that is the volume of a rectangular prism. Next problem, triangular prism. Triangular prism. Now, triangular prism, again, we're looking for the air surface area, right? So we're looking for how many pieces of the area outside we can combine, right? So this is 3, this is a 9, right? So therefore, we can fill in the information. This is a 9 as well. This is a 3, right? And this is a 9, so this is a 9. Now, what about this one? Now, this one, actually, we have to use a Pythagorean theorem. Now, Pythagorean theorem tells us a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? So we replace a as a 3, replace b as a 4, and we can find out c squared. So we 9 plus 16 equals c squared. That will be 25 equals c squared. Take a square root for both, c equals 5. So here is a 5. Here is a 5, and here is a 5. Okay. So now we have an information. We have an information of this, so we can find out the answer, right? Okay, let's take a look. We have, do we have a 9 by 5? Yes. 9 by 5, we have 9 by 5. We have a rectangle, yes. This is a 9 by 5 for this, right? And next, gonna use a different color. We have 4 by 9, 4 by 9 right here. All right, 4 by 9. Another color. What else do we have? We have 4 by 9. We have 5 by 9, and we have triangle, right? Triangle. How many triangle are there? We have 2 triangle there, right? 2 triangle there. So there will be 4. We height. Base would be this. And how many we have? 4 and 3, right? And we are missing on one, which is the bottom one, right? The bottom one here is a 3 by 9 right here. 3 by 9. All right. So that's it together. See what we have. So it's 9 times 5, 45. 9 times 4, 36. And then we have 2 triangle there, right? One half, base is 3, and times the height is 4, right? And plus 3 times 9, 27. Now add together, you should be able to get the answer 120 inch square, right? 120 inches square. So that is a rectangular prism with how we find the surface area. Okay. Now what about volume? The volume is basically, it is 1/2 of rectangular prism. It is 1/2 of rectangular prism, right? So because triangle, look, if I make this is a rectangular prism, right? Like this, right? This is rectangular prism like this, right? Let me draw like this. But if I cut in half, and that will be triangular prism, right? So remember that when we find a volume for a rectangular prism is what? We find the area on the bottom, right? N times height, right? So now look, this one, if I rotate, I can make a triangle like this. Did you see it? If I rotate, right? And this is a 4, this is 3, and then this is 9, right? So if I rotate, and I can make it as a rectangular prism like this, right? So I have a bottom is a triangle, right? So I can rotate, right? So now rotate, so I can find it now. So basically I have area on the bottom, and then I fill in the heights, how many of this, all right? So therefore, we can take a 1/2, base is a 3, and height is a 4, and then times height is 9, and then we have 3 times 4 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 times 9 is equal 54. So it's 54 inch cube, right? Inch cube. Don't forget about the unit. When every time we find out our volume, it's inch by inch. By every time we fill in the volume, we have a cube. Okay. All right. So that is the triangular prism. Next is a cylinder. Now cylinder, to find a surface area of cylinder. Now, if I take a scissor, I want to cut this surface. And what did you see? I will find 2 circles, all right? And this piece will be make it as a rectangle, right? So, remember that the area of a circle is what? Is a pi r square. So plus another pi r square, right? This r, radius. And then what about this? This is, if we cut and open it up, and then this will be still height, right? This is heights. And then what about this? This will be the circumference, which is 2 pi r, right? 2 pi r. So we have a 2 pi r times h, okay? Now that's finding out this, because we have a 4 and we have a 6 for this, right? So we fill in the information here. R is equal how many? R is equal 4. So pi times 4 square. Pi times 4 square, right? 4 square centimeter. And plus 2 pi times another 4, and then times the height. Height will be 6, right? So therefore, we have 16 pi plus 16 pi plus 2 times 4 times 6, which is 48 pi. It together, we have 80 pi surface area. 80 pi what? 80 pi centimeter square. All right? And that is the surface area of a cylinder, right? Now, what about volume for a cylinder? The volume cylinder is basically we find out the area on the bottom, and then we're gonna fill in more circle like this. And how tall we need to fill in? We fill in 6, right? Times the height, all right? So area of a circle times the height. Area of circle. Now the area of circle is what? Pi r square. And then we times how many? How tall we gonna fill in? We're gonna fill in h, right? So therefore, we fill in this pi. Actually, r is equal 4 square, right? What about h? H is equal 6, right? So 4 times 4 is 16. 16 pi times 6. 16 times 6, how many? 96. 96 pi centimeter square or cube? Oh, this time is a cube because we're looking for the volume, right? We're looking for the volume, all right? Let's do another problem, all right? Let's do another problem for the cylinder, finding out the surface area and volume, okay? Let's work together, okay? Surface area for cylinder, actually, we have one area of circle, plus one area of circle, plus another area of rectangle, right? Rectangle actually is this, right? And then this is a area of circle. You know, if you take a scissor and cut and open it up, and this is a rectangle, and then we know this is a pi r square. This is a pi r square, and then this is a 2 pi r times h, right? 2 pi r is this, all right? So 2 pi r times h. So if you understand this, you know, we don't need to remember the formula. We can basically just by reasoning, right? So now we're gonna fill in the information there. All right, let's work together. What's the R? R is a 7, right? R is a 7 right here. So pi times 7 square plus times another pi times 7 square, all right? And then times 2 pi, what's R? R is 7, replace R is a 7. Replace H will be 10, right? So therefore, we have 49 pi plus 49 pi plus 140 pi. All right. So add together would be F238 pi centimeter square. All right. Because we're looking for surface area, so that's why we have a square unit. Okay. And then next, we're gonna find out what's the volume is. Volume is, okay. Now volume, again, we're looking for the volume actually is equal an area of the cylinder on the bottom, which is a circle. And then we're gonna fill in how many circles like this? We'll fill in H, right? So therefore, pi r square, which is equal to area of circle, and times H, right? Now here, pi r, what's r? R we fill in this would be 7 squared. But what about H? H is 10, right? So 7 times 7, 49. 49 times 10, which is 490 pi. Don't forget about the units. The unit will be centimeter cube, right? Because this is a volume, okay? All right, let's take a look for next one, pyramid. Take a look at pyramid for this. First of all, find what's the surface area for this, okay? Now, surface area, again, is combination of a different area. So since this is 10, so if I divide it by 2, what did you see? That'll be 5, right? 5 for this. This is a 10, so divided by 2, 5. Another 5 for the here, right? So for this, because I want to find out what is the height for this, right? So that's why I need to find out this line. In order to find out this line, I need to use the Pythagorean theorem, right? So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now a actually is 5 there. What about b? B is a 12. What about c? C is this one we're looking for, right? C is looking for this. So we have a 25 plus 144 c centimeters square, say c square, which is 169, which is equal c square. Take a square root for both, c is equal 13, right? So what do we find? We find c is 13, right? So what is 13? This would be the 13. This is the height of this triangle, right? This is what we're looking for, okay? So now, how many triangle we have? 1, 2, 1, 2, the other side, 3 and 4, right? Did you see 4? Yes, I see 4. Did you see 4, right? I have a 4 triangle like this, right? And I have another one is on the bottom is 10 by 10, right? Did you see it? 10 by 10. And then I have a 10 and the height is 13. 10, height is 13. 10 is height is 13. 10 and height is 13, right? Now the height is not 12. This is a misconception. A lot of people think about height is 12. Yes, height is 12 for the whole pyramid, but not the height for the triangle. So that's why we have to find out each individual triangle, what's the height. That's why we use the Pythagorean theorem to find it out, okay? So that's why we have 13 instead of 12. 12 is the height of what? A pyramid, but not a height for each single triangle. But in order to find out surface area, we need to find out each triangle and combine and together, the area combined together, and then plus the base, which is 10 by 10, okay? Now 1/2 base times the height, base is 10, right? Height is 13, right? And then how many do we have? How many do we have? We have 4 of them, right? And then plus 10 by 10, which is 100, right? So added up the total, the answer 360 inch, right? Square. This is how we find the area of the pyramid, okay? Now what about volume for this? How we find a volume, all right? Now volume basically is we finding out the area of the bottom, 10 by 10, and times the height, right? And once we have a 10 by 10 and times the height is a what? It's a rectangular prism, right? It's a rectangular prism, right? Finding out this is a rectangular prism, right? And then the pyramid, it's just 1/3 of a rectangular prism. So that's why we times 1/3, right? So that is how we finding out the formula by reasoning. So we have a volume actually is the area of the bottom times the height times 1/3. So this is what? 10 times 10. What's the height? Height is, all right. So this time, the heights, we're gonna take 12. Because we're looking for the pyramid, okay? Height is 12 this time. If we're looking for each individual triangle, the height is not 12. It's it's 13, right? So times how many? Times 1/3. Okay, so 1/3. So figure out this, times 10 times 10 times 12. We got 1200 times 1/3. So we got a 400 inch cube, right? Right. So this is how we find the pyramid, okay? The volume of pyramid, okay? Next, cone. Cone, we have finding out what's the surface area. Now, surface area is pi rs plus pi r squared, right? What's the pi rs mean? Pi rs, if we have, what's the combination? If they take a scissor, you take a scissor, you cut this, and you can find the shape like this, and then pass a circle. And pi r square is this. Pi rs is this. It's this shape, okay? So now, and then what about volume? Again, remember that when we say pyramid is 1/3, and cone is still same as 1/3. If you in this, is 1/3 of what? Of 1/3 of a cylinder, right? This is 1/3 of cylinder volume, okay? So, and then actually this is a volume, pi times r square h, which is a volume for a cylinder. And then you take 1/3, that would be the cone, okay? Now here, take a look for this problem. How we finding out the surface area? Surface area is a pi rs plus pi r square, right? And pi rs is like the shape like this. And pi r square is a circle, right? Now what about pi rs? Do we have r? Yes. Yes, we have r. R is 3. Do we have s? Oh, we have to find it out. This is 3. This is 4. Again, we use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we replace a with a 3. Replace b with a 4. And then c would be actually is s, right? So 9 plus 16 equals c squared. 25 equals c squared. Take a square root for both. C is equal to c is equal 5. Okay, so this is a 5. Yes. How are we finding this? This is a 5. So we have s is 5. Now what about pi r squared? Pi r squared is a pi times r. R actually is a 3. So 3 squared. Right. So now add together 3 times 5. How many? 15 pi. 3 times 3, 9 pi. Add together how many? 24 pi. Okay, because since this is a meter, so meter square, right? Can we leave the answer with a pi? Yes, we can leave the answer with a pi. So the answer is 24 pi meter square. Okay. So that is the surface area. Now what about volume? Volume. Now volume, remember that, this volume actually is, volume of cone is 1/3 of a cylinder, right? And then remember that cylinder actually is what? We take this bottom, which is the circle, and then times the height, right? And that is the volume for the cylinder, right? And times 1/3. So what is this? This is pi r squared times h, right? If you understand the reasoning, that is better just do it by, plug in the formula. So r, what's the r we have? R actually is a 3 squared. What's the h? H height will be 4 times 1/3. So 3 times 3, 9, 9 times 4, 36, right? 36 pi times 1/3. So 1/3 of a cylinder, which is a cone, right? So which is 12 pi meter square or cube. It is cube, okay? Because we're looking for volume. So it's a cube. So don't forget about the units, right? Okay. So this is how we find cone surface area and volume, okay? Next one is a sphere. Surface area is a 4 pi r squared. And volume is equal 4/3 pi r cubed, right? So now this time, we're gonna find out what's the sphere. All right, let's say we wanna find out how about I change the problem? This one is like a 5, okay? 5 centimeter, okay? To find our surface area, right? And we have to 4 pi r squared. That would be the surface area. And we take a 4 times the pi. What's the r? R is a 5 squared. So therefore, 25 times 4, which 100 pi meter. Let's say centimeter squared. Right, that's surface area. Now what about volume? Again, I'm gonna change this. Can change this one as 5 centimeter. So volume actually is 4/3 pi r cubed, okay? And then 4/3, the r actually is 5 centimeter cube, right? So 4/3 pi 5 cube, right? So times together, I get a 500 over 3 pi centimeter cube, right? This is how we find the surface area and the volume for a sphere, okay? Now, if you have any question for the surface area and volume, please let me know, send me an email, and I will help you, okay? I hope you enjoy today's video, and you have a great day. Thank you.